I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch me work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch me skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a ready, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all that.
Coming to you, coming to you. 22. Check 15, check 15.
Now a handoff for Gurley. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Check 43.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Ball carrier.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones who beat.
First and goal at the 1.
58, come on. Here we go. 58, right over there, right over there.
Oh, how about this called down near the goal line. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Russell Gage, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Bears.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Well,
sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
It's caught. It's Miller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
We play to win. Let's go.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Patterson on the carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. First down. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 57 yards. On first and goal, Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up second and 8.
8 yards to go on second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Gain of 21 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. The big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
He was brought down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. All day, baby, all day. Hey, 59, ready.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that. And now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
From the shotgun, Ryan. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another Falcons first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
21. Falcons 14.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Sterling.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
2nd and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
And the Bears.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's David Montgomery, 2nd-year man from Iowa State. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34-yard
line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Bears.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Cohen. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
3-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
For the field goal at 20 yards.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the gun, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. On 3rd down, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd and inches, Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Cohen. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
on second and very short. Trubisky, this is Miller, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, it's Cohen. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up second and 2.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Letting one go deep for a noon walk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Patterson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
They go play action now. Ryan. Past the 20. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. That'll bring up second down.
Kyle Fuller.
To throw again. Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Bears 31, Falcons 28.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8.
At the 27-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8. On the give, this is Cohen. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Now Trubisky to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
A 4-yard.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Chicago.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They run with Patterson. Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
The ball carrier.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They go play action. Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
The Bears have to be excited about the rookie out of Notre Dame, Cole Kmet, a Chicago native. He actually selected number 85 in recognition of the Bears' 1985 NFL championship team, the Super Bowl champs. And by the way, his dad was on the Bears practice squad at one point. So this kid falls right in line. I love his athletic ability. He'll learn from the veteran Jimmy Graham. And last year, the Bears tight ends, J.P. Holtz, he led the team in receiving 91 yards from the tight end position.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He's tackled at
well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, it's Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Here's Trubisky. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Chicago Bears believe they got a steal getting Cole Kmet out of Notre Dame, the tight end, in the second round because on most boards, he was a consensus #1 tight end. He can block, catch the ball downfield, and it was funny talking with a scout right before the draft.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
Tariq Cohen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 38, Falcons 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Chicago. Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for...
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike, check. 59. Gun. Here we go.
Throwing again. Ryan. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Try to punch it in with Smith. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the hook.
They'll run it here with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now, it's Patterson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 9. First down, Chicago.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
At the 9-yard.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Bears 45. Falcons.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st down, Bears.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Cohen. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
By the running back.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn.
And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
Anthony Miller. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And he's got some space here. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The Bears ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. McKinnon here, it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 1.
Squeeze, double. Mike 5-9. Watch the run. Watch twist.
Operating from the gun. Ryan going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Complete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ryan will throw again. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
5-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, All you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 9.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, it's Trubisky, and he's got Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
The Bears.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.